What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the start of this video, I caught a lot of crap for the last video I posted. If you didn't see that video, it was 5 things I hate about my S14. You can watch that video right here. Real quick, without getting too into it, it's like people on the Facebook forums had a lot to say, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so I wasn't even mad about it. But I was being called a poser, like a wannabe. I'm complaining. The one that got me the most is when the dude called me a wanker.
Big fucking wanker.
No, but seriously, it's like I'm being called a poser for buying a 25-year-old plus car, and it's like they were all gun-ho and saying like I've loved my car ever since I bought it 15-20 years ago, which is great. You know, I understand that. But I just turned 21 in December. Like, I'm young. I finally was able to buy a car that I really like a lot. And if they watched the video, they would understand that I was just splitting hairs. I wasn't even truly mad. I do love my car, and that's what I think people didn't understand. Everyone had a lot to say, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Everyone is entitled to an opinion. I'm not mad at anyone. I took everything with a grain of salt. That's just what happens. They have their opinions. I hope they can respect my opinions on my own car. But without further ado, let's not get too into that. Today, I'm going to be doing 5 things I love about my S14. So I hope they watch this one too, so they can see I really don't hate my car. Before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead, back my car to the driveway, and we'll get started. Okay, so I got her all pulled up right out of the driveway, and before we get into it, I actually do just want to say thank you to everyone that, you know, wasn't too mean about my last video and actually gave me advice and told me things about my car that I didn't even know. Like the speakers, I guess, are like a really good brand of speakers back in the 90s. In Japan, the seatbelt holders are actually a little rare, and it makes me a little bit more sad that one of them broke. Thank you guys to whoever was informative, letting me know things that I didn't know. I do really appreciate it because I always like learning. But really, enough of that. Let's get into it. 5 things that I love about my S14, being the first one, which has to be the most obvious one. And the first one being is that she is right-hand drive. And I love the fact that it's right-hand drive because I've always wanted a Japanese car, a true JDM legend. I enjoy it so much being right-hand drive. It's always getting a lot of attention. I'm always getting asked questions. Is it weird driving on the right side? Is it hard driving on the right side? Is it weird learning the gears again with your left hand? So I can actually answer some of those questions right now. Is weird in the first couple hours of driving right hand. Learning the gears with my left hand wasn't bad at all. It was actually pretty easy. Just learning where you are on the road, the orientation of being on the right side is probably the biggest thing. Obviously driving left-hand drive cars all the time, you'll kind of want to end up in the position that you would be in a left-hand drive car, but you got to remember where your lines are. So definitely remembering to stay in the lines and on the right side, or on the correct side of where you should be when driving a right-hand drive car is probably the hardest thing, but honestly it's not bad. If you ever have a chance to drive one or sit in one, I definitely recommend it. It's one of the funnest things, and you know, you always catch people at the lights looking at you, and I'm always getting like a thumbs up or like it's awesome, it's cool, people want to look at it, sit in it. So being right-hand drive is definitely something I love about my S14, and probably what I love the most, because I've always wanted a JDM car and I have it, and I hope it's not the last one, but that is the first thing I love about my S14. Now for the second thing that I love about my S14, and I want to say that it's a little bit rare, probably not the rarest, but I'm glad it is this way, is that kilometers. And if you see, it is at 108,673 kilometers, which I have no idea what that translates to. But with that being said, I bought the car at 62,000 miles. I probably have put on a couple thousand more, but finding a 240 or an S14 with low mileage, or at least under 100,000 mileage, is pretty rare. A lot of them are beat up, as you guys would know. So I'm super grateful that I was able to get mine with a pretty decent mileage. She's done right by me. I've had no engine problems so far. I stay up to date with the maintenance as best as I can, and she treats me well. I honestly have no problems, you know, despite whatever my last video said. However, many people think that I actually dread this car and I hate it. I do love this car. She's done great by me so far. I've had no problems. So on for the third thing that I love about my S14 would have to be, getting out of the car, is the fact that, coming around to the front, that she is a Zenki. And I love the fact that my car is a Zenki.
Which Minecraft player are you? Tag your friends down below. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve.
I know a lot of people love to change their Zenki front end for the kooky front end, but honestly, I couldn't imagine having a kooky front end. I love my Zenki so much, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. I know a lot of people, like I said, don't like the Zenki as much as the kooky, because the kooky obviously has a more aggressive front end, but I feel the Zenki is more an acquired taste. And I think I want to change people's opinion on the Zenki even more. I want people to look at my Zenki and be like, wow, like they're actually pretty nice, and they're, you know, they look really good. I don't even want to change my own kooky. So definitely trying to shed light on the Zenki. And another reason why I like the Zenki more than the kooky is because the kooky front end is aggressive, but without any, I guess, aftermarket body parts. You're pretty much just looking at Zenki all around. These are all Zenki body lines. This is how the S14 originated. So when you have a kooky front end with stock body, it just looks a little bit weird because these body lines just suit a Zenki way more than a kooky, in my personal opinion. I just love how everything kind of flows to the front end and resolves on the Zenki front end, and it just looks super clean. I love it a lot. I do have a body kit coming. I actually have two kits. One that I should be getting soon, and another one that's going to take a long time to produce. So stay tuned for that. When I get the body kit for the S14, I have to drive all the way to Cali to do so. So I can't wait to bring you guys that video. It'll be a secret for now. But as I was saying, the Zenki front end, you know, I hope anyone that has a kooky kind of looks at my Zenki and the way it is now, and actually, you know, has a decent opinion on it, you know, and the way it looks. And I hope I can change some people's opinion on the Zenki and actually inspire people to build Zenkis themselves. Hashtag save the Zenki. Save the Zenki forever. Now the fourth thing that I love about my S14 definitely would have to be the great condition that she came in. So as you guys can see, she's all one color, doesn't have mismatched body panels. This is all stock body. You know, I got her in a really great condition. She does need a cleaning. I still have the Silvia Q's badges, the OEM front bumper, and this is actually a front lip down here. That is the Buddy Club front lip, which is a super rare discontinued part. So I actually like it a lot. When I changed the body, I don't even know if I want to sell that. But yeah, I got it in immaculate condition. So I'll just show you guys around a bit. All the door panels look amazing. Everything is there. She did come with the Momo steering wheel straight from Japan when I bought her. Obviously the cracked dash is whatever. I'm not too worried about it, but the seats are great. The back seats are also good as well. You know, I have a couple things back there. I also have the OEM Silvia floor mats right under these. I kind of just want to preserve them. That's why they're here. And I like the style of these ones. Take you to the trunk where I think I have stuff back there, but yeah, this is my work stuff, unfortunately. But I do still have the carpet and the bedding, and I still have the spare wheel in there. I know a lot of guys that are even just missing that carpet alone inside their S14. So I'm really thankful that everything is the way it is. I'm glad the body's in great condition. Everything is good, and that leads me to actually the engine bay, which we'll come over here and pop that. Oh, that's the trunk. I always do that. There you go. Oh, don't tell me it didn't pop again. Oh. All right, so I finally got it open. I actually have to figure out why it's doing that sometimes. It gets stuck on that latch. Anyway, as you can see, the engine bay, everything is completely stock in here. Not one aftermarket modification. I have all the plastic coverings. And I'm super grateful that I have a platform that is super stock, I guess you could say. You know, I don't have to deal with anyone else's modifications. Everything that I do, I know what's going on in here because I've done it. There's nothing else that I have to worry about because this engine is the way that it is. And I really appreciate that. Like, you guys don't even know. Some people that may have bought a car, you know, aftermarket have run into many problems, whereas I only had to worry about whatever I'm doing to it myself and whatever else happens over time. So definitely super grateful that everything on this car came in immaculate OEM stock condition. And for the fifth and final thing that I love about my S14, well, to show you guys, we got to go for a drive. I'll tell you right now, it's not the fact that my AC works amazing and I never have a problem with it and it cools me down. It's not the fact that I have this retro JDM radio player, which works great but only on Japanese frequencies. And it's not even the fact that it's a JDM legend or, you know, super popular car. I'm just gonna show you guys. Be the sheer amount of joy that I have driving this car. I never get tired of it. Ever, 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 ever. Like I said, the amount of sheer fun and thrill I have driving this car is, the feeling is unmatched. You know, I've been able to do so many things just because this car is like an outlet to all those different things. The people I've met, the things I've done, the YouTube channel that I have now, and I have to, like, the big props is because of this car. Without this car, I don't think I would have met the same people, I would have had the same thrills, or I would even have this channel. I would not be doing this if I drove a G35 like I did back home. I just didn't feel that way. You know, I've been able to meet people like Ross and his RX-7. You guys know him. Kevin, 93 Quartz, Kioza, Deo. Like, there's like a whole bunch of people that I've been able to meet, and even more people. And I'm sorry that I'm not naming everyone, but a whole bunch of people that I meet at car meets, and all the questions I get asked, and the photo shoots that get done, and people that have all the fun, and it's just so much. There's just so much that I can't even tell you or explain all of it, and it's all because of this car. You know, this car has allowed me to meet so many different people, and I love it. You know, I never take it for granted, and this is just the beginning. So imagine all the people that I'm meeting now, and all the questions I get asked, and all the fun that I have with this car, and a couple years from now, who knows where, you know, I could end up. And it's, you know, all thanks to this car. So definitely having the S14 is like a dream come true. You know, I love this car to death. Despite whatever my last video said, I don't want anyone to get it twisted. I love this car and everything that it's done for me. I know it's getting a little sappy, but if you guys could, you know, experience a car like this, or you have one of those cars that makes you feel the same way, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't know, whatever, it was a little rant. I don't want to get too into it, but it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys love my S14 as much as I love my S14. But if not, that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know? Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoy driving this car every day. And thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are the reason I even have somewhat of a following. And I know I'm not even big, but I appreciate every view that I get. The last video was my first video that hit 1,000 views. So thank you guys so much for that. I get excited off every little comment, every little view, every little subscribe, every like. It really, I don't know, it enlightens me. It's nice to know that you guys enjoy my content. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. This is only the beginning. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. because it really helps me to make more videos like this, or even better. Definitely subscribe if you're enjoying the content. You know, I've got plenty more to watch, and I got plenty more to make. And comment if you guys have any feedback whatsoever. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.